AJ, Cal Ripken Jr., Washington Post, out there recently saying sign stealing scandals. Well, basically that sign stealing's been going on for a long time back when he played, and he basically downplaying the whole thing about how big of a deal it should be for the Astros and the Red Sox and teams like that. Do you think comments from Ripken Jr. and other very credible sources will do anything to help the Astros and or the Red Sox?
No, because when Cal Ripken was playing, people weren't using cameras and iWatches or Apple Watches to steal signs. So it's a little bit different. And I've always said that gamesmanship, if you're able to steal signs with your eyeballs, then that's kind of on the other team. And once you start using technology, I think that's where the disconnect comes, and that's where the Astros, that's why everyone's so angry at them. Had they been stealing signs the old-fashioned way, you know, they see they're taking signs from second base and they've got signs to pass on to the batter, I don't think that would be nearly as big of a deal, even if they got caught doing it, because that's just baseball. I think when they went to the technology, started using cameras, things like that, I think that's where they crossed the line. And Cal Ripken, what he's talking about is obviously not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of these big-time players that were proven all-star baseball players back in the day saying that sign stealing's been going on forever. But you're right. In the terms of the use of technology to get to the end result, that's where you cross the line. Now that the Red Sox have been caught again, it's their second time. The second time that the organization has been involved in using some kind of technology or other means to steal signals. Does that have an impact on how they are viewed as opposed to the Astros? And should the penalty from Rob Manfred be more severe?
I'm not sure if it would be treated more harshly. I know if I'm the Astros fans, I don't want it to be treated more harshly, because then it goes back to, well, why didn't the Astros get this? To me, if they get treated the same way the Astros did, then that's pretty fair, because Astros fans have been talking about how the penalties are too harsh. You don't want to change your tune now and start saying, well, they should be, treated more harsh, because who knows if the Astros, something else comes out that they did cheat in 2019. I mean, if that gets out, then you're looking at more penalties for the Astros. I would think that what happened to the Astros should be enough to alarm everybody that, hey, you can't do this. And if it happens to the Red Sox, if that same thing happens to the Red Sox, I would assume that would be enough to scare them off from it. But if you're opening up that door and you're going to make things even worse on the Red Sox, now if something comes out later about the Astros, you're back to, oh boy, what are we doing here?
Yeah, between the buzzer scandal and did he or didn't he with Altuve, and the fact that depending on whose quotes you read from the commissioner in the report to others, it was set 2017 for sure, maybe a little into 18. There's still question marks about 19. So you're right. Now, if they're second-time offenders and you're the Red Sox, be aware of the fact that you set yourself up and leave yourself open as second- or third-time offenders for the Astros to take even more on as well. But it almost seems like, just based on how long it's taken and the way they've gone about announcing what's going on with the Red Sox, that Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball don't want this to be as big a deal as the Astros either, because of the fact that whether it was their first-time violation or their second-time violation, they've already taken enough from a marketing perspective and the heat that they've taken publicly. They don't want to go through that all over again with another team. So I think they're going to downplay it as much as possible.